When we last left off, your group of wayward adventurers had escaped the underground facility run by the robotic voice known as Castor. Before leaving, Zan and Jasmin investigated the deepest parts of the basement, where you found a very large plant and an even larger glowing skeleton. Crawling to the surface through a series of maintenance tunnels, you found yet more mysteries, a vibrant jungle, and a message telling you to head south, following scraps of gray jumpsuit tied to tree branches. Following Zan's lead, you hiked through the forest, stopping to make camp at a shallow cave at sunset. As the first light of dawn breaks through the canopy of trees, we see Erica seated by the fire. Max roused her a few hours ago to take the last watch. In the cave, Jasmin sleeps soundly, her hand resting on the bag containing Castor's backup data. Pressed up against her back is Cody, sleeping with his arms wrapped tight around his yellow Jansport. Max and Zan are both splayed out on the moss, snoring quietly. Erica, as the world gets a little brighter with the light of dawn, you can see that a thick blanket of fog has settled in the forest. You hear a rustling in the bushes as the forest begins to wake up. What do you do?
Want to say hello?
You don't hear anybody answer. You kind of see some of the leaves rustling. A bird flits through the trees. You can't really get a good look at it.
Cody, at the light of day, has started to stir. He's not old enough to have discovered the joys of sleeping in, so he's up early, sees kind of light outside, and heard Erica say hello, and he's like, hey.
Oh, hey, Cody, good morning.
So he'll kind of pick himself up, grab his backpack, and walk over and sit down next to Erica. Hi.
You're up really early, buddy.
How early is it?
Good question. I'm not usually up early enough to see the sunrise. And I don't know what time the sun rises wherever we are, but it seems like it's pretty early.
We can just say it's morning.
It's morning.
So who are you talking to?
I heard a rustling out in the bushes. It might just be like some squirrels or something, but yeah, I just wanted to see if anyone was there, because that would be a little freaky.
Well, I can help you look.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to stray too far because of the fog, but we could have a look around.
I'd like to do like a perception check or something to kind of see.
Sure. Yeah, roll a perception check.
That is a 9.
You don't see anything particularly interesting. As you kind of like wander off a little bit from where the campfire is into the mist, you see some animals like scurrying around in the bushes, like just like movement, and then you look and then you can't quite get a glimpse of it. Then through the mist, kind of like lumbering out of it, you see a big lump of mushrooms about the size of a small desk moving into the clearing. It's waddling forward on 6 short legs, which slap wetly against the dewy ground. Its back is covered in all of these like gray mushrooms streaked with violet.
Cody runs over to Erica and just kind of goes like, those mushrooms are moving.
Yeah, Erica is going to gently kick whoever is laying closest to her.
And who is that?
We're gonna say Zan.
Zan, you're kicked.
Oh, what? No,
hey,
what?
Oh,
God, what time is it?
You seem to be the forest expert here. Are you familiar with any moving mushrooms?
Any moving? No. What?
Good morning, Zan. Tell us about the mushrooms.
What? Wait. Zan just like sits up and like looks around.
Yeah, you see this weird lump of moving mushrooms, and it's kind of, it's getting closer towards you, and it's going like, slurp, slurp,
What? Oh,
As it approaches you, a long, slimy tendril uncoils from its back and whips out towards, let's say Erica is closest. And it misses and kind of slams into the moss at your feet, leaving a trail of purple goo. Roll initiative.
Even people that are still asleep?
Yeah, but you're going to have to skip your turn until you're awakened.
That's fine.
All right.
I have a 12.
19.
5.
4.
Great. That fits with you being asleep.
6.
Great. Erica, there is a mushroom monster in front of you. What would you like to do?
I'm going to pull open my spell menu, and I am going to equip my rapier.
As you press the button in your hand, a shimmering purple and pink swirly translucent rapier appears. Oh, also just a quick little thing. Zan and Jasmin left their weapons in the basement facility when they went down the ladder with the rose vine. No big deal.
Rip.
Anyway, it's Erica's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna hit that sucker.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
It's a 16.
That hits. Roll damage.
That's a 4.
That's slashing damage, right?
Piercing.
Piercing. Oh, well, interesting. Actually, when you jab your rapier into it, it just kind of hits some squishy mushrooms and pulls back out. Doesn't seem to do very much damage. Weird, huh?
Oh.
Do you have any bonus actions?
Well, I have Bardic Inspiration, right? I'm gonna sing to everybody in the camp, "Rise and shine," and hope that everyone wakes up. And I'm going to give my point of inspiration to Cody. So Cody, that's a D6 that you can add to any roll, and you can roll your check beforehand.
Yeah, you can roll your d20 first and then decide if you want to add it.
Cool.
Great. Next up is Zan.
Zan looks around and realizes that she doesn't have her bow or her sword. And I think she's just gonna, kick it.
All right. Go ahead and roll for your unarmed attack.
That's a nat 20. I used my foot, but I used it real good.
Yes, you did. So I'll make it do 2 bludgeoning damage instead of 1 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Great. You kicked the mushroom. Beautiful. Next is the weird mushroom's turn. And it is going to extend a second tentacle. So it now has 2 floppy tentacles. And it's going to slap one into... Who's standing? Erica. And it got a 10 against AC.
That is not a hit.
Okay, great. And Zan just kicked it, so it'll hit Zan too.
That's fair.
And that is a 12 against AC.
Oh, that just hits.
That just hits. All right. It slaps you and does 1 necrotic damage.
Ow, gross.
Wow, this whole battle is having some low numbers, huh?
We're doing some exciting stuff, y'all.
I would say that Erica's song woke up Max and Jasmin. So, Max, it is your turn. You just woke up.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit up and look around. Like when I sit up and look around, do I just see the 3 of them fighting?
A big pile of mushrooms. Zan's foot is kind of all goopy and gross where she kicked it. She's got a big splatter of purple across her chest.
Yuck.
They look quietly uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up and go over, but I don't know that I'm gonna do anything.
You're just gonna go for...
I'm just really confused. I just woke up and this is real weird.
Great, you walk over and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, what the fuck is this? Like, what am I supposed to do? It's a pile of mushrooms.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. Just go back to sleep. Whatever.
Okay. Cody, It's your turn.
Cody basically has gotten himself into his own little version of action stance because he just saw battle, and so he holds out one of his little cards, a little bit of a blue tint to it, shoves it forwards, and it's like, hey, chill out. Cast Ray of Frost.
Good. Make it an attack roll.
I'm going to use a point of inspiration. That was an 11.
Uh-huh.
Add a 5, so that's a 16.
Yes, that hits.
That's 4.
Great. Yeah, you blast this big pile of mushrooms and you freeze some of the mushrooms along its back. It kind of like reels backwards a little. Slurp, 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 slurp. It doesn't have a mouth that you can tell.
Oh.
It's just wet.
It's Goosher.
Anyway, it's Jasmine's turn. Good morning, Jasmin.
Jasmin wakes up from the yelling in the song. It's just and scrambles backwards towards the wall of the cave.
Great. Okay.
And doesn't do anything else. That's her turn.
Beautiful. Erica, it's your turn again.
All right, so how far is this thing from me?
I'd say like 10 feet.
10 feet. I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on this thing.
Okay. Break me off a piece of those dissonant whispers. What's that going to do?
That is going to... The target will take psychic damage if it succeeds.
I think it's on a wisdom saving throw. Let's see how wise my pile of mushrooms is.
Can you take psychic damage if you don't have a brain?
It has -5 to wisdom. It got a 4.
Oh shit, I need 3d6. I'm gonna freak this thing's bean.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not. It was 7.
You got 7 damage. All right, great. This little mushroom kind of seizes up a little and kind of slurps around in a circle, going slurp, 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 slurp. Imagine distressed slurping. And it takes 7 points of damage. It's looking pretty rough. This is a nervous little mushroom now.
Oh no.
Unhappy mushroom.
It's Zan's turn.
Okay, Zan is going to click her wrists together and look at her spell menu and realize that summon longbow and summon shortsword are buttons.
Yes.
And try pushing the summon shortsword one.
Yeah, Zan, you push that button and in your dominant hand appears that same short sword from before, glittering and transparent.
Rad. Awesome. I'm really glad that worked. I'm gonna, I know it's not gonna be great, but I guess I'm gonna try to like slash at the mushroom boy.
Do it.
12.
That hits.
Oh, rad.
Go ahead and roll damage.
All right, it's 1d6. That is a 6. Yeah, so that's 8 slashing then.
Nice. You do 8 slashing damage because your favorite enemy is plants. The pile of mushrooms looks very bad. It is kind of slopping around side to side. One of the tendrils is hanging limp, and it's the mushroom's turn. Oh boy. And 3 more tendrils appear out of its back. So now it has 4 of them, and it's going to try to hit Zan, and that's a 17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, you take 2 necrotic damage.
Cool. Ow.
And then it's going to hit Erica, and that's a 21.
That's a hit.
And you take 8 necrotic damage.
Oh no.
Wow.
Then it's going to hit Cody,
No.
and that's a 6.
Does not hit.
Yes.
Cody dances out of the way, and that's going to hit Zan again.
No.
And that's a 21.
Yeah.
Oh, you only take 1 necrotic damage.
Oh, okay. So it's more of just like a ow.
Just like a little slap. It was wet. You didn't like it. Felt bad.
Zan doesn't like wet slaps, canonically.
Max, it's your turn, and you've just watched the big pile of mushrooms reach out some tentacles and slap all of your friends.
Yeah, Max, do you want to help out this time?
Yeah. So now that I've seen it actively hurting like my friends, I'm gonna open up my menu and summon the javelin.
Okay. A 5-foot-long pointed spear just appears in Max's hand.
Shit.
Max has only seen someone throw a javelin before. He's never done it. So in
Important question. Was the time he saw someone throw a javelin Matilda?
No,
Damn it.
but it's going to be the same style because it's Olympic. So in like a vaguely Olympic style of like running and then just fucking overhand chucking it, he's going to throw the javelin at the monster.
All right, roll an attack.
How far away from this monster are you?
Like 15 feet, maybe.
Maybe. I think you're even closer than that. I think you
I was
run like
picturing us all.
you run 15 feet, you're 5 feet away, and you just chuck it right in there. Make an attack roll.
That is a 22.
Yeah, you spear right through this thing straight into the ground. It is now pinned there by this ethereal javelin. Roll damage.
7.
It's dead.
Hell yeah.
It stops moving. It's dead. Some like goo splatters out but doesn't hit any of you.
Oh, thank God.
Max is fully awake now.
Take that, motherfucker! The worst alarm clock ever!
Wait, can someone remind me which of them was hurt, like badly?
Zan,
Was it Zan?
I think, yeah.
Probably Erica more, so.
Erica Moore?
Yeah.
I got 8 points of damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm only down 4.
Okay. Jasmin, after having been very scarily awakened, will kind of open up her menu and scroll through, and I am going to use Balm of the Summer Court, which means that I can heal you. And I am going to spend 1d6 to heal you for 6.
Hell yeah.
Oh, doing good D6 rolling.
Yeah, you watch as Jasmin hits something in her menu and a nice, like, comforting swirl of pink light flows down her arm and her hand, and she reaches towards Erica, and Erica, you feel a lot better. That slap from the mushroom thing felt really bad.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jasmin. That thing hit me. Oh, it felt like death.
Yeah, what is it?
Roll an investigation check on it.
I'm actually not too bad at that. Not when I roll a 6, though. It's an 8.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a wet lump of mushrooms that are where they've been cut open are like oozing purple goo. It smells like death and rot. There is something like shiny on its back, but it's just kind of like shiny and oozing.
It's really gross, but maybe I can find out more with the scan thing. Scanning is for information, right? So, I'll just scan it. Beep.
All right. Yeah. Jasmin pushes the button and a little scan array moves up and down, covering the mushroom thing in light. And Jasmin, you now have a 3D rendering of the mushroom nasty guy in your spell band.
Didn't you say that we were gonna make another rat? But I don't want another one of those. Don't make another one of those. That wasn't fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to vote for not that.
No, I don't want to. I just thought maybe it would give me information or something.
Oh.
No, you got a little like 3D rendering of it in your spellband now, though.
No, I have an image of it. It's much better because it doesn't have a smell.
Oh, great. Now we can look at the thing that tried to kill us.
You can remember it forever. Jasmin is travel blogging.
Great.
Jasmin, as you're looking at your menu, you notice that you have 3 temporary hit points that you didn't have yesterday.
Oh,
It's weird.
that is weird.
Anyway, you also feel great. You slept really well.
Cody shoots a ray of frost at the dead mushroom thing. Just
Pew!
just making sure. Just
Yeah, make an attack roll.
Oh, no. We're going to get another frosted tip situation.
oh no, it's a 9.
It's a 9. That's fine. It's not moving. It's dead, and you're like 5 feet away.
It dodges. Whoa!
Whoa! A beam of frosty light shoots out of Cody's hand and slaps into the mushroom. It kind of like sprays some goo everywhere and sends a tiny shiny object flying.
Cody runs over to see what the thing was. It's like, what?
Yeah, you find what looks like actually a golden necklace. It's kind of gooey, but yeah, it's got like a heart-shaped pendant.
He picks it up and he kind of tries to wipe off the goo on his pants. He's like, I found a necklace. I don't want it. Who wants it?
Oh, can I see that?
Sure. And he just runs over and hands it to Jasmin.
Yeah, he hands you a gold chain that's a little knotted, and there's a big heart-shaped pendant on it with a blue gemstone in the center.
This is kind of tacky, actually, but it's not bad. Can I tell if it's like real gold?
Make it an investigation check.
Okay. 18.
Yeah, you try to think about how people tested if things were gold, and you like bring it up to your mouth like you're gonna bite it, and then you're like, wait, gross. And yeah, you like walk over to somebody with a sword and get them to kind of like poke at the metal a little bit, and yeah, it bends. It looks like it's matches up with being gold. It's very shiny and pretty.
And now it's got a cool dent in it.
I think Jasmin has gold jewelry, so she probably has some idea how to tell.
Yeah.
Well, it would be pretty valuable if we can, I don't know, find someone to sell it to. Unless any of you want it, it would look pretty good on Erica.
But how? Okay, I froze a mushroom creature and it spit out a necklace. This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled at any of the ideas of how this thing got a necklace.
It's a mushroom. It probably just fell onto the ground and then mushrooms grew over it.
Or it went to the mall?
Or it went to Mushroom Mall.
That sounds gross.
Okay. What?
Mallshroom.
All right. Okay. Shall we keep going for the day?
Yeah, let's
Shouldn't we have breakfast first?
Oh yeah, got any more of those berries?
Yeah, I do actually. I saved some from yesterday.
Jasmin reaches into her bag and pulls out some hot pink berries, hands them out. You can each have a little berry snack.
Chomp.
yum yum.
You regain 1 hit point.
D&D party can have little berry as a treat. As a breakfast treat.
As a treat.
Now we're more likely to find items after we catch one another. I make sure that Hat gets a little bit of berry too.
She nibbles it up.
Yeah.
She wants to sit on your shoulder.
Of course she can sit on my shoulder.
The next scrap of gray jumpsuit fabric is at the edge of the clearing.
Shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, lead the way.
We go.
Yeah, as you make your way back into the woods and start following this trail again, the fog clears as the day turns into like real morning. It's bright and the forest is alive around you. You see a lot of weird looking trees, like strange colors, and you pass a couple that are like 12 feet in diameter and just shoot off into the sky. Big flowers and birds kind of flit in and out of view in weird colors. As you walk through the trees, you hear the sound of running water and you're just walking.
I don't want to derail the podcast by asking to scan every creature I come across, but can I scan a bird?
When you try to scan a bird, the button has turned gray for the day and it just kind of goes like, "Meh," when you push it.
Oh, okay.
As part of my forest abilities, I should be able to tell when I'm tracking other creatures how long ago they passed through the area. Can I, tell that with these gray scraps and the sort of trail we're following?
Oh, hell yeah, you can. Zan, refreshed after a night's sleep in the forest and just rearing to go back into it, stops and takes a good look at these scraps of fabric again. She kind of bends down and looks at the earth and touches it with her hand and then looks up. And Zan, you know that whatever left this trail was here 9 months and 4 days ago.
Wow, that's specific.
She knows that.
That's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, we're following a really cold trail here.
How cold?
9 months, 4 days.
Any idea about the hours?
You just accept that?
I'm going to say 6.
Minutes?
5? I'm just making it up at this point.
Seconds?
And 27 seconds.
Milliseconds?
No.
Hey, how do you know?
Dirt.
Okay, Dirt's never told me anything like that before.
I don't know, just the way that it's been like sort of packed down and the way that stuff's grown over this cloth and how old the cloth looks and...
Is talking to Dirt one of your superpowers?
God, that'd be the worst superpower, wouldn't it? Can't imagine Dirt has anything good to say. Just like, oh, I've been stepped on. Oh.
You don't play enough Dirt.
You could be a dirt detective.
I imagine the Dirt could be like, yeah, I'm 1/10 dinosaur dust.
But like, aren't we all?
Aren't we all? Good point.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're all making your way through the forest. The trail of fabric leads you to a stream and then turns a little bit to follow along the bank. You walk for another few hours. How's everyone doing with this hiking adventure?
Pretty bad. Jasmin is very winded very quickly. Probably trails behind a bit.
Yeah, it's been a couple hours of hiking rugged terrain, and Zan doesn't seem bothered by it at all. She's kind of pointing out where you all can step, and if you follow behind her, it doesn't feel as difficult as it looks like it would be based on how much vegetation there is, but it's still tiring.
Cody has a whole bunch of kid energy, so he goes a pretty good while before getting tired. He just more gets bored than anything else. So he just, if no one's being very talkative, he'll just kind of pick up a rock and kind of play catch with his mage hand. You know, kind of throw rocks off the path a little bit. Mage hand goes catch it and either throws it back or brings it back to him. And he just kind of entertains himself, making up games.
That's amazing. I love that.
Max is doing fine with the hiking. And he's going to try and stay, like, in the back-ish, just to make sure nobody, like, falls too far behind.
Aw, my sweet boy. All right, yeah, you're pretty much just walking with Jasmin at this point then, because she is decidedly at the rear.
Zan is like pointing stuff out so that other people don't trip over it, but she's also like not slowing down for other people. I feel like occasionally they might have to be like, hey, whoa, calm down a little bit. This feels great. I'm just like hiking.
That would probably have to be Max who is saying that, because I don't think Jasmin would speak up.
I think Erica might be like, hey, Zan, like, let's take a little breather, like, every once in a while, because Erica's getting pretty winded, too.
Great. So we got our three at the back. Zan's just rushing forward. Cody's playing catch. Yeah, okay. You keep walking through the woods. Zan, you're decidedly at the front, and eventually you see that the trees are thinning up ahead, and you step out into a clearing. The stream you've been following winds across this clearing, passing through a large glass geodesic dome. Surrounding the dome is an extensive garden with every color and shape of plant you can imagine. At the edge of the garden is a round little house made of stone. The house is smothered with flowers and vines, with a few scrappy little towers built on top that look like they were added later. The windows are all shuttered, but a small plume of smoke trickles out of the chimney. What do you do?
Oh my god, there might be more people. Zan's just gonna like charge for the house, I think.
Okay, great.
I want to talk to somebody.
Hey, Zan!
What?
Come back.
No, come on.
Yeah, you make it to this clearing a couple seconds after Zan does. She's up at that house.
Erica's very cautious and is hanging back, kind of trying to tuck behind the trees, and is telling, like, Max and Jasmin, I know that Zan is full into this, but I don't know if this is a good idea to go charging into a home of who knows who.
I mean, I'm not gonna go in. I'm gonna like knock.
I don't really know. I mean, could be anything in there.
Also, Zan probably had to yell that from across the clearing.
It's fine. Come on.
This looks like half of Epcot. Like the ball?
Epc.
It's Epc.
No, it's a cot.
I like mine more. Which half is it?
The top half, duh.
The top. He is correct.
Well, does that mean that it's Paka?
I don't know. I haven't seen a dome like this before, except for that one time we went to Epcot and I walked up and there's this big ball. That's all I was saying.
What's Epcot?
I imagine we're just all yelling at each other. Does like anyone come out at like all these people yelling at each other?
Nope.
Zan goes and knocks on the door of the cottage.
you hear a voice. Coming, coming! You hear a clattering inside the house. Then the top half of the door opens, and you're face to face with a small, round woman with short gray hair, topped with a pair of antlers. She looks like she's in her mid-60s and is very surprised to see you. She stands there speechless for a moment, and then scowls and shuts the door. Go away!
Wow.
We've got nothing to steal, and I've got more important things to do than kick your hides.
What? Why would... What? You have antlers.
Fuck off!
Why do you have antler? Hey, lady, what? We're not gonna steal anything. What?
From as far back as we were, could we see the antlers?
No. You probably saw someone open the door and saw someone there, and then they shut the door on Zan.
Friggin' rude.
Okay. Upon seeing a door shut, I think Cody would be interested, saw movement, and so he's going to kind of start running his way forward to join Zan.
Great. Yeah, you make it to this little house. And you can hear some like clattering and stomping coming from inside.
What happened, Zan? What? Who?
I knock again. Come on. Wait, you're like the first person we've seen where like just walked through the half of the goddamn forest from the weird old building thing. We don't know where we are. Come on. We think we've been kidnapped.
Hey.
Or something.
Hey, Zan.
You hear shouting again, but this time from above you. And when you look up, you see the little old woman peeking out from a window in one of the towers. Cody, you can see that she has short gray hair and antlers on top of her head. She says, "You best be skedaddling. My wives will be home soon, and they don't take too kindly to trespassers."
We're not.
Hey.
What?
Don't be mad. Let's be nice. We don't know if this Narnia lady is mean. Don't have to yell. Hello? I'm Cody, and we just walked a lot, and we woke up this morning being attacked by mushrooms. So, do you know any idea about what's going on? Hello?
You got attacked by the move shrooms. Ha! Amateurs.
What?
Move shrooms? I was going to call them chamblignons.
Oh, well, we're just doing our best. You seem to have a really cool home here.
I told you there's nothing to steal.
I don't steal things.
Wait, can you tell us where we are?
You're in the woods, dumbass.
Oh, great, thanks.
Maybe we can trade something for some information?
Yeah, you want an old gray jumpsuit?
She scowls when you bring out that jumpsuit. She says, not one of those. No one wants one of those.
What is it?
Cody looks over at Jasmin and kind of waves Jasmin forward.
Yes, Cody.
I know I gave it to you as a present, but...
You want the necklace?
Maybe she'll want it?
It's a good idea. At least she might be able to tell us something about it.
Do you mind?
No.
Okay.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
First off, I'm sorry. I'm Jasmin. We don't know your name. It's kind of rude not to have asked. Sorry.
Windred She-Her.
That's a lovely name. Since maybe we can trade. We found this necklace.
And this is the first time she actually looks like she's paying attention to you. You holding up the necklace.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Well, it's a gold necklace, kind of heart-shaped.
Oh. Jewelry? No, thank you. You want to do a trade?
Yes. Is there anything else we can offer you?
Yes. If yes, you knew it. Go get me the griffin berries from down the river. They're the big gold ones in the bush under the blue pine. Only blue pine for miles, right on the bank of the river. Can't miss it. You bring me those berries, then we can talk. And then she's gone from the window and she slams the shutters shut.
Fucking rude.
Well, we did just show up at her house and yell at her. It's okay. It's a stressful situation. It makes sense to be angry.
So back in the forest to find some berries?
I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Did we pass the river on our way in?
Yeah, you've actually been following like pretty close to it, and it passes right through this clearing and to the other side.
Great. Let's go get some berries for the weird fetch quest.
All right. Yeah, okay. You go to the other side of the clearing, and that's where the little stream river thing leads back into the woods.
While we're walking, since this is pretty close by, I imagine Jasmine is having an easier time now.
Yeah.
Can Jasmine, just to test something out, press the rat button on Wild Shape?
Yep. Here we go. The 5 of you make it to the other side of the clearing, and as you're just getting back into the woods, Jasmine vanishes.
Shit!
What? 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 Jasmine!
Jasmine, you feel your whole body just shrink, and from you were used to seeing the tops of people's head. Suddenly you see the sides, and then the bottom, and then their butts, and then their knees, and then you are very, very small and scared. You feel scared. You want to run away and hide.
I run away and hide.
Okay, great. Yeah, Jasmine's gone.
What the fuck? What? Jasmine?
I hope you follow our spin-off podcast, Rat in the Forest.
Jasmine's life as a rat.
Rough life, ain't it?
It's just
I'm gonna look for Jasmine.
Okay, make a perception check.
Oh, that's a 21.
Nice. You know that Hat is on your shoulder because you can still feel her there, but you see her again on the ground, and then she darts off to the side of the path, and you can easily follow her.
Oh my god. Rat. Follow the rat. Not mine rat. New rat. Different rat. Jasmine rat?
Okay, yeah. Zan takes off through the forest. Make a dexterity check if you want to try to catch her.
Uh-oh.
Don't squish her.
Oh, that's a 19.
Okay, Jasmine, you make a
dexterity save, maybe?
Yeah.
That would be an 11.
Oh, yeah. Great. All right. You run into the woods and you scoop up second Hat. You now have 2 Hat.
It's like that video of that guy who can find moles under golf courses. Just like plunge my hands to the ground and bring up our rat.
Yes.
The rat has purple eyes.
Oh.
Does the rat have tiny silver bracelets?
Yes, it does.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Cody runs up and says, "Oh, did Hat get for? Wait, there's 2. Huh?
So I think this rat was where Jasmine was. Are you Jasmine?
Jasmine.
Yes.
You are suddenly just scooped up into the sky. You scramble your little legs around, but can't find purchase. And then you are looking at the towering face of Zan. And you can understand everything she's saying to you.
Just a tiny rat head nods.
Okay. I don't know, it might have just twitched, but I think it nodded at me. I think Jasmine nodded at me as a rat.
Can I make like a double thumbs up with my rat hands?
Yes, you can. Yes, you definitely can.
That's really creepy.
Upon hearing Zan exclaim that the rat was Jasmine, Cody's eyes got wider than they've ever been in his entire life. And upon seeing the thumbs up, Cody's mouth drops and he's just standing there agape.
Can you change back?
A rat shrug.
Okay.
Erica runs over and is like, at least she's not the mushroom monster. That would be a much more unpleasant experience.
Just squish, squish, squish.
I put Jasmine rat on my other shoulder, I guess.
Yeah,
Right up here.
Hat takes a double take, but then is like, yeah, okay. Kind of goes over and cuddles her a little bit.
Aw.
Jasmine, I hope interacting with my rat is okay. You're also a rat, so I don't know. Berries.
Yep.
Cody looks up at Max and just goes, I know I'm only 12, but this is a real weird day.
Magic is weird, man.
I like shooting things.
Well, have you never heard of the rat part of puberty? It wasn't a funny joke, I'm so sorry. Let's just keep going. Can we find some berries, please?
Hello and welcome back to Dice Disasters. This is the part of the show where we stop pretending to be other people and start pretending to be ourselves. Today with me, I have Alice. Hello, Alice.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining me for this wonderful mid-roll.
Yes, I am very happy to be here.
Well, what is it like to roleplay as a rat?
I think it was very ratifying.
Oh, Alice, you're perfect. So we released officially 2 weeks ago, and it's been so much fun to see people tweet at us or comment on Instagram or do fan art. And we want to thank everybody who's already listened to our first 5 episodes. And we hope you are enjoying the 6th.
It's been absolutely amazing just seeing everyone sharing the things they like and just knowing that it's fun enough to do these things with all of us, and then that other people enjoy it as well is just so wonderful.
Yeah, I've really loved hearing when people give quotes that have really made them laugh, or they just really enjoyed. I think one of our first ones we got was someone, Matthews, listening on Spotify, quoted your "We are not cookies" line on Twitter, and I was like, oh, I love that line too. And it was just, I don't know, just seeing people interact is just great. We've had so many cool people. Kayla at the Great Saspy shared some of her favorite moments.
We have some fan art already as well.
Yeah, I know I saw Lulu doodled Max and his glowing jumpsuit and posted it on Twitter.
It's one of the best parts of the podcast.
Yeah, we've had some really good art. And actually, a lot of art has been happening on our Discord we have for fans.
Yeah, it's linked on our website, isn't it? You can just click on it and then join.
Yes, it is. You just go to our main website and scroll down a little bit, and there's a big Discord icon that Allison designed for us. Speaking of our website, where can people find us, Alice?
Our website is dicedisasters.com. That is Dice Disasters all together. No fancy shit going on there. And that is incidentally also just the name of our Twitter. And just as a combo breaker, on Instagram, we do have some fancy shit in that there is a period between Dice and Disasters, just to shake it up, I guess.
Yeah, keep things interesting. Keep people guessing, don't know where we're going.
What will they do next? A hyphen?
Yeah, I know. Ooh. But yeah, if you want to share things you love or art you've made, feel free to tweet or post on Instagram. Join our Discord, post it there. But what would really help us out, we really want as many people to be able to be along for this adventure as possible. And so if you would review our show on whatever podcast system you use, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whatever, that would be phenomenal. That really helps, all the crazy algorithms share our podcast with other people so we can have more people join us. And Alice, if someone leaves a review or shares the show with hashtag Dice Disasters, what might happen?
Well, considering that this show is more than just us, and Oliver plays so many different people, we kind of need some names to name them. If you leave a review, that might be your name. Or I guess some other name if you want. I don't know. Can they suggest other names if they want? If I were to share this, if I were to review it, and I would want someone to be called Chicken Master 3000, would that work?
That's a question that Oliver would have to answer, and they're not here. And so what I'm going to say is, hey, give it a shot. See if Oliver will do it.
Look forward to our next episode featuring Chicken Master 3000.
I mean, I can't promise that Oliver would use a name like Chicken Master 3000. You might be better off with, a name that, might fit the story better, but you never know.
Finally, if you're on the website anyway and you like to do homebrew content, we have a submission form where you can submit item ideas, and
If you do so, we might just end up buying it.
I love our goofs. We had a wrench and we made that awesome, and I'm ready for more stuff to do more awesome stuff with.
And that was just a wrench.
It's just a wrench. Nothing special about it.
I already submitted one myself. I don't know about you.
You did? Don't tell me. I want to be surprised. Thanks for listening to episode 6. We'll get back to the episode. We hope you enjoy it. Episode 6 turned out to be one of my favorites, so I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. Okay, bye.
Bye.
You walk for probably a little more than half an hour, 45 minutes, before you see a bright blue tree that is like towering above the rest of the trees. It's at least like 8 feet in diameter, and the bark is a deep blue shade of like shiny indigo. And then beside it, there's a large bush right on the riverbank that is just covered in beautiful berries. They look like strawberries, but they are bright gold.
God, what I wouldn't give for some fucking normal berries.
I'm just surprised when she said blue pine. I thought she meant like a spruce or something, but no, this thing is legit blue.
It's very blue. All the bark is blue. The needles are blue. It's pretty.
Rat Jasmin does like a big open mouth gaze of wonder with like her rat face in her rat hands, like
Okay, it's very cute. Zan can't see it, but everybody else can.
All right, let's get some berries.
Yeah, berry time.
Okay, great. What are you doing?
Grabbing some berries and putting them in our, I don't know, pockets? Like, what? Do we have any kind of container or anything?
I mean, I think a few of us have a bag, right?
Are you all just gonna have bags full of loose berries?
I mean, I already got one in my bag. I can add more to it.
are there like plants or trees with like big leaves around?
Make an investigation check.
All right.
Or a perception check, sorry.
12.
Yeah, you look around and there's like a bush just like actually pretty close to where the griffinberry bush is with big flat leaves. Yeah.
Okay. Jasmin will jump off Zan's shoulder and run over to this bush and try and pluck a leaf or like nibble at the stem so that it breaks off.
Oh yeah, if you nibble it, you can nibble that leaf right off. It tastes kind of bitter and gross. But yeah, actually, while you're under there, you see a big silver feather just kind of like under the bush. But
take the leaf over to Zan.
You bring them the leaf.
And then I go back for the feather.
Okay. Zan, hat number 2 brings you a big leaf that looks like you could fold it in half and have a nice basket for your berries, and then runs off again and comes back trotting very happily with a beautiful silver feather that is just gleaming and is probably about the length of your forearm.
I want you all to know that this is probably the softest faces you've ever seen Zan make, because like rats carrying things in their mouths is so cute. Oh my god.
Yeah, she's got to like lift her head up a little bit and is kind of like trotting with it.
Like, I know this is Jasmin, but I think Zan's just like, hey, what you got there? Oh my gosh. Is that a feather? Good job.
You hear Zan's voice make sounds that you have never heard from this gruff small bitch.
If rats could blush.
So yeah, you gather a bunch of berries in this folded over leaf, and you have a big shiny feather. Yeah. What do you do?
So Cody is standing looking at the tree, this big blue tree, and because he's completely got distracted from the task at hand.
Yeah. Oh, it's very shiny.
Of course. And he's like, maybe I should climb it? I want to...
Why?
Well, we don't know where we are, and we just found a house next to a big Epcot bubble. Maybe there's more things to know about nearby? We could see it if I got up there and saw?
How good are you at climbing trees?
Have you ever climbed a tree before?
Well, I tried once. It went kind of okay, but we could, I mean, I don't have to. It's pretty and I want to climb it.
It's not a bad idea, Cody. Max, are you a proficient tree climber? I just don't want to send a 12-year-old to fall to his death.
Well, I have feather fall if it goes wrong.
Oh, that is true.
Actually, that's fair. Climb away, kid.
Yeah, go for it.
Because Cody's a little bit more hesitant than that, can I do a nature check to see how sturdy Cody thinks the tree looks and see if we can find a pathway up?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I'd say just make an investigation check. It doesn't have to be nature.
Ooh, that's a 2 + 2. That's a 4.
Yeah, you could definitely climb this tree. It looks great.
Correct.
Oh, no.
I do not like this anymore. Oh, that was supposed to be my smart roll. Okay.
You're confident you can climb this tree.
I was with that confidence. I'm going to roll this D20 like it's never been rolled before and hope for something good.
Yeah, you can make either an athletics or an acrobatics check.
I'm going to go with acrobatics.
Oh yeah, the child with like -12 strength is going to go with acrobatics. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, he certainly is. Well, it's an 8.
Oh, no.
All right.
I hate this dice.
You watch Cody kind of like roll up the sleeves of his bright red hoodie and size up this tree, and then he runs forward, kind of like scrabbles up it a little bit, catches one of the lower branches, pulls himself onto his stomach so he's like his legs are dangling, and then he's just kind of stays there for a little bit. He's like 8 feet up.
I'm doing it.
You need help?
Yeah.
I mean,
Cody, you don't feel like you could go any more than this.
is it high enough, do you think?
Sure, what do you see?
Cody thinks he's made it pretty high, and he looks out to see if he can see anything different.
Make a perception check.
12. 10 + 2.
Yeah, a couple, I'd say like 10 or 15 feet above you, you actually see that the branches make kind of like a V shape up there, and there's like a big nest like nestled in there, and it's just kind of like you see some shiny silver feathers sticking out of it that are very similar to the one that the second hat brought you.
Hat 2, the sequel.
The squeakquel.
You look to the sides. There's like a lot of trees.
Hey, guys, there's a nest up here, like a bird nest with feathers like that one. I don't want to be up here anymore. Cody's gonna jump and hit Featherfall to get off as fast as possible.
Okay.
Xana's gonna very quickly realize that she has rodents on both of her shoulders and try to like guide them both into her bag.
All right. Jasmin, do you go in the bag?
Okay.
Listen, I know it's not very dignified, but rodents don't go very well with any kind of large birds.
Yes, actually, as soon as you understand what Xan is communicating to you, you really want to hide.
Yep. Scurry into the bag.
Yeah, they curl up and hold each other. Hat kind of pets Jasmine's head a little bit with her tongue because she's like, this is a baby.
I think there's a bit of berry somewhere in there.
Let's resolve. So Cody is 8 feet up and he casts Featherfall. So make sure you mark down your spell slot there.
I did.
And then, yeah, he just kind of floats down. Cody's about 5 feet tall, actually. So it's like 3 more feet to the ground. It takes him like 4 seconds to make it that far because he's falling very slowly.
He's just enjoying it.
Whew, Cody, you did it. You made it.
Yeah, I went so high and I made it safe to the ground. Perfect. Couldn't have done better.
Great.
Okay, let's get out of here. I don't want to be...
Yeah.
I don't like that nest.
Yeah, we should go.
Let's get these berries back. Yeah.
Yeah, you all start heading back towards the house, just walking along the stream. Do you take Jasmin and Hat back out of your purse now that you're clear? Or are they just kind of like hiding in there?
I'll sort of ask Jasmin if she wants to come back out.
Jasmin very, very cautiously pokes her nose out and looks around. And then once she notices the coast is clear, she does come out.
God, that's so adorable.
Are you back on Zan's shoulder?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you guys are, walking back through the woods, following the stream. I assume Erica or somebody is carrying this bundle of berries. Maybe you grabbed multiple leaves and have multiple bundles of berries. And then Xan's kind of leading the way. And then Jasmin's on her shoulder. And then they both fall into a big pile.
Fuck!
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I am. I'm okay. I didn't know it was going to do that.
Cool.
It's a good thing you weren't in the bag anymore.
Oh yes, that was. Ooh.
Jasmin, you turned into a rat.
Yeah, I did.
A rat? You? That's cool.
It was.
Are you just kind of like in a heap on top of Zan on the ground? Or did you get up?
No, I got up
Yeah.
and offered her a hand.
Xan does not take the hand. I think she's suddenly like, she knew this was Jasmin, but also she's like remembering all of the like faces that she made at it. And just gonna like nod and then sort of stand, not looking at anybody.
Great.
I guess.
It was great. Glad. Good. I'm good. Yes. Sorry. Glad you're okay. Shall we go, house?
Yeah. I am.
Fuck.
I'm sorry.
No. Yeah.
I guess it doesn't summon, huh?
So,
House time.
are Erica, Max, and Cody just kind of standing there watching this happen?
Cody looks up at Max and Erica and then back at Max and goes, "We have a freaking Animorph on our side. Whoa."
How do you know Animorphs? Aren't you a little young for that?
Oh, my dad had all the books, and when I didn't want to read school books one time, he gave me those to read instead, and I read those.
You only didn't want to read school books one time?
Shh.
God, you're a nerd.
Zan is so great with kids.
Cody just rolls his eyes.
I like school books. I always read ahead, but then I didn't remember anything, so it was completely useless anyway, but I had fun. Yeah.
Cool.
Erica ruffles Cody's hair and just walks past everyone towards the house.
House berries.
Great. Yeah. You make it back to that clearing with the house and the dome and the big garden. And as you enter the clearing, you hear a rustling in the bushes, couple, I don't know, like 20 feet away from you. And then laughter. And from the forest steps an older person in a simple gray tunic and leather boots, leaning on a walking stick. Long dark braids are coiled on their head, and their eyes are a soft shade of brown. And their laughter cuts off abruptly when they see you, turning into surprise.
God, someone else talk this time.
Another voice calls out from the forest. "Oh, Nuala, did I ever tell you the story of the goat with the two heads?" And behind this person, a towering giant of a woman steps out of the forest. She must be at least 7 feet tall, with waves of white hair that cascade over her tanned, muscular shoulders. She has a wide, flat nose, long, furry ears, and flowers peppered throughout her hair. A pair of black horns juts out from the top of her head and curls down to her chin. She's wearing a green dress that ends at her knees, and you see that her legs are very furry, and instead of feet, she has hooves.
Erica is very tired of walking and just goes up to them and is like, "Do you guys live here?"
Well, hello! Oh my goodness, yes, we do. Welcome. Come on in. Nuala, do you see that we have guests? Of course you see that we have guests. Wendy, do you see that we have guests? The giant woman eagerly steps up to you and shakes Erica's hand. "I'm Lily, she, her, and this is our wife, Nuala, they, them, or she, her." She points towards the person with the walking stick, who just kind of nods slowly. "And that's our wife, Windrid, she, her, at the house over there. Wendy, get the tea, we have guests." Windrid, who you met earlier, is standing in the doorway of the house, and she rolls her eyes and limps back inside, and you can see that she has a big cast on one leg. "Okay, come, we'll start up a fire, and you can rest and drink tea, and oh, are you hungry? Nuala, let's make a stew. We can use those black roots that we found earlier by the springs." And Lily starts bustling around, getting firewood from behind the hut, and she waves you towards the house that she has bounded off towards.
We brought the berries?
You brought the what?
The berries?
And you see Lily's at the house with like her head cocked, and Windred is back in the doorway, and she's like laughing.
Now bring the berries to me. What good children you are. Come on.
Erica trudges in.
Did you actually need these berries?
Yeah, stupid. I need the berries. Come on.
Cody runs in and just joins Lily wherever she is.
You enter into this little house. It's very cozy. You enter into this like round joint living room and kitchen, and there's a fireplace with a fire going, a big lumpy couch, and a very large armchair. And there's like a couple rugs on the floor, and there are plants everywhere, little pots with flowers and leafy things. The house smells like cinnamon.
Cody is in that armchair, just sitting.
Yeah, Cody, you climb up in that cozy armchair, and it's great. And
Yeah, he's just sitting there bouncing.
yeah, Lily comes over and she hands you a cup of tea, and she's in a big, like, purple mug. She says, "This is for you. What's your name, dear?"
Oh, hi, I'm Cody. Thank you for the tea and letting us visit. This is a cool house.
Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad that you love my house. What are your pronouns, dear?
He, him.
Great, thank you.
We stayed in a cave last night.
You stayed in a cave, you poor thing. Oh my goodness. Where did you come from? How did you end up all the way out here? And Lily kind of like hands out these mugs of tea. She pushes them into your hands and then like shepherds you towards the couch.
Erica is helplessly standing in the middle of the floor, arms full of berries, and is just like looking around like, will somebody tell me what to do with these?
Yeah, you look down and Windred is there, the round lady with the antlers, and she just like takes the berries out of your hand and she's like,
Great.
and then leaves. She goes off into another room with the berries. And Lily replaces the berries with the tea, and she like gently shepherds you towards the couch and sits you down. So who are all of you? How did you get all the way out here? We never get visitors. It's been what? Nula, how long has it been since we had visitors? And Nula just kind of like looks at her, and Lily's like, yeah, I think like 9 months. 9 months sounds about right.
9 months.
Who are you?
Erica gestures down and says, do they happen to be dressed like this?
Oh my God, yes. Oh gosh, you are just covered in purple slut. Did you meet one of the move shrooms?
Purple
Those
what?
little rascals.
I'm sorry. Did we get another slut moment?
Slut moment number 2.
When did I say slut?
Purple slut?
I'm covered in purple slut.
Covered in purple slut.
Do you want to take that one again there, Oliver?
I mean, personally, I'd vote for keeping this in, but
Oh God. Oh, you're covered in purple sludge, I guess. Sludge.
Yeah, we ran into the move shrooms. Not a great time. Are there a lot of them around here?
I would say there's more than you. Nula, would you say that there's more than usual? And Nula just kind of like looks at her, and Lily's like, yeah, I'd say more than usual. We had a lot of rain in the past couple of months, you know, being spring, and then I think when the water kind of like sits there in the mud, and then the mushrooms come and they're like, yeah, yummy mud, and then they grow and then they walk around and they're so silly. I like them. They're very purple. But yes, the stains. Ugh. And she gets out like a rag and starts kind of like wiping at your jumpsuit to like clean it off.
is Move Shrooms their official name?
Official? Well, and she's like kind of blushing at this point, and she's like, I have some publications about the various flora and fauna in our region. I don't know if I would call it official by any sense, but my books are pretty popular.
Erica is very stiffly standing and is so uncomfortable just being rubbed down by a stranger.
She is oblivious to that. She's just like, she cleans off all of the goo and she's like, oh, this will stain. Do you want to just take it off and I can to put it in the washing with the rest of our stuff. I can get you like a big house coat to bundle up in.
Yeah, that would be great. That sounds perfect.
Okay, wonderful. And she like bounds off into another room and you hear some like clattering and clanging. Nuala just sits on the floor and sips her tea.
I really wanted to ask if I could read her books.
And Lily comes back and she has probably the biggest, like, fluffy bathrobe thing that you have ever seen in your life. And she's like, take this. The bathroom is just, you just go out of this room and you go into the hallway and you turn right and it's right there. And you just take that off and leave it on the floor. I'll clean it up. Yeah, just wear this.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. You're so, what was your name again, sweetheart?
Erica, she, her.
Okay, great, Erica. Yes, just go right in there. Get cleaned up.
What exactly is this region? Like, where are we?
Oh, we're in North Yorty. We're probably, I think we are, it depends how you travel. If you go by, let's see, walking, I think it takes about, like a week or so to get to the nearest town. And yeah, is that, where are you all from?
This is going to sound like a weird question, but, what planet is this?
Tura? Are you all right, dear? Sorry, dear, what was your name?
I'm Zan. Sorry, she, her.
Oh, Zan. Yeah.
We don't know how we got here.
She kind of like looks at each of you and settles on Jasmin, and then she reaches out her hands and puts them over Zan's ears and like makes it so you can't hear anything. And she says to Jasmin, she's like, did she hit her head? Does she have amnesia?
Wait,
maybe actually, but no, we are all.
And she takes her hands off and she's like, you all have amnesia?
No, maybe. We're from all different places, and then we suddenly woke up together in this weird room, and now we're here and we have no idea where we came from.
I'm from Missouri.
I'm from Vienna.
I don't know either of those places.
We're from Earth?
Okay. I've never been there.
Okay, cool.
Well, I mean, I haven't been very many places. We've lived here for, how many years have we lived here now? And she looks at Nuala, and Nuala just kind of like looks at her. She's like, yeah, I think like 42 years now. 42 years, probably.
Said we were on Tura?
Tura, yeah.
It sounds like it could be Terra. Terra is Earth. Then
I had a friend named Tara when I was really little. She was so sweet. She had like almost wings. People made fun of her because she didn't quite get the whole flying thing, but I thought they were super cute and I thought they went really well with her hair.
Do you know about, there's like a big facility near here? Not too close, but
when you say that, they all look at you. You notice that Windred is back in the doorway, and she says,
Ha! I knew it. I think they're in front of those sapien strongholds.
What?
And Lily says, Windy, you can't say that.
What?
And Windred says,
Yeah, there's a big one. A few days from here. Look at them. They're staring. They're clearly dumbstruck. They're wearing those ridiculous impractical outfits. It's obvious. So, did you escape? Or did you get kicked out? Are you corrupted?
and she does air quotes when she says that.
Wait, what? What do you know about those sapien strongholds?
And Lily's like, well, a lot of hearsay, a lot of gossip. I mean, we don't get very much gossip out here. We have met a couple people like you, a couple of your people. She looks at Nuala and she's like, is that right? Is that the right thing to say? And Nuala like shrugs, and Lily's like, ungifted folks without any magic.
Cody's teacup is now lit up.
Oh, you do have the gift. Oh, I knew it. I could smell it on all of you. Oh, that's wonderful. When did you learn to do that, young man?
They gave us magic at the big underground thing that we woke up in. And now I can do magic.
Oh.
looking around the room, kind of trying to get everyone else's gaze, make sure he's not saying something bad. He's like, we all got magic.
Yeah, apparently it was either this or become juice.
Oh no, that is just awful. And she reaches over and she just scoops Cody up into a hug. Cody, is a very soft hug.
Oh. Okay.
You poor thing, you poor little babies.
It's okay.
Windred is like, they're a bunch of freaks, that's what they are. And then she shuffles back out of the room.
Hey, look who's talking.
Fuck off.
At this point, Erica has slowly trudged back into this room, like absolutely swallowed up by this bathrobe, and is like embarrassed of her situation, is like hiding in a corner.
Okay, great. Yeah. It's not a very big room. There's not a lot of place to hide, but you kind of like sit on some throw pillows in the corner. I assume you like tuck the robe over because you're naked underneath.
I sure do.
Good luck. Very avant-garde.
Max is a big boy. I assume there isn't room for Max on the couch. So Max is kind of like standing behind the couch and he's just been watching everyone talk. And Max has never had like real tea before. So Max is like holding the teacup very high and like takes a sip and then tries to very surreptitiously spit it back in the cup.
Okay.
And then she's just going to put the tea down somewhere.
Somewhere. Okay.
And go stand back behind the couch.
There's a potted plant nearby. Make a sleight of hand check.
That is 13.
Okay, yeah, you put your teacup in the potted plant. It's hidden. No more tea for Max. And Lily puts Cody down and she turns and she looks at all of you and she's like, oh, I forgot to get you tea. And she gets up and she runs to the other room and she comes back with a cup of tea and she puts it into your hands and she's like, what is your name, dear?
Max looks a little scared of the tea in his hands. And he's like, hi, I'm Max.
Max, what are your pronouns?
Oh, he, him.
Okay, great. Here you go. Here's a nice warm tea. Make sure to drink that all up. You'll feel nice and warm now. Okay.
Yeah, the tea is great, but could you like talk more about what you know about the facilities? Like, have they always been there? Are they like relics? Does anybody go in them?
Oh, well, she like shifts kind of uncomfortably and like looks at Nula and Nula looks at her and then she looks back at you and she says, well, what I know, and it's not very much. I mean, we've kind of like lived out here for a long time. We haven't been to any of the major cities in like a while. When was the last time we went to one of those? We went down to Fell's Keep. She looks at Nula and Nula looks at her and she's like, yeah, I think we were there like 3 years ago. So anyway, I don't really hang around much. Kind of big. It's hard to, fit in, but yeah, I guess. Ooh, it's weird talking to somebody about something they know more about than you know, right? So you're from one of the a facility you called it? Facility?
Yeah.
Facility. Okay, so what we know about the facilities is that it's a place where people who I guess fit into their definition of sapiens live and kind of like make their own little community that's kind of like separate from everybody else. I know that they don't like, or you don't like, I have heard that they don't like magic very much or at all. And that sometimes when people, kind of manifest in their gifts, magically speaking, then they get kicked out of those communities. And, yeah. She looks very sad as she's telling you this.
But they gave this to us. They were doing tests. They checked to make sure that it all worked, that there was nobody else there.
Oh, no. They just left you out there all on your own?
I don't know. We don't know anything.
Oh, I'm so sorry, dear. Oh, Oh, I'm so sorry. And she kind of like moves towards you and bundles you up in a hug.
Oh, no, okay.
It's very soft. Her big bosoms are pressed into your face.
Okay. This is great.
And she sits back and kind of smooths your hair down. You poor thing. You poor thing.
Zan looks more like Hat at this moment than any other moment, like a startled rodent.
Oh, Stu! And then she gets up and leaves the room.
Erica looks over at Jasmin and says, do you still have that black box that Castor is in? Maybe they've seen something like that before?
I don't know that that's a very good idea. They don't seem to like the sapiens very much, and this, I mean, I think I'd kind of like to keep it for ourselves for now.
Okay, that's fair.
Lily bustles back into the room and her arms are just like overflowing with like these little like dishes of various foods, and she starts setting them out on this like coffee table that they have, and there's like some like chips and some kind of like paste thing and some little shiny green orbs. They look a little bit like grapes, but they're too big. And she starts like pushing them towards you, and she's like, eat. You're probably hungry from all the walking. And then she hooks a big like cauldron into the fireplace full of stew, or like wet stew ingredients.
Cody starts stuffing his face with whatever's brightest on the table, whatever looks the sweetest.
Oh, yeah.
And while he's doing so, he's like, oh, well, so you said you lived here for a long time, right?
Yes, we've lived here for 42 years now. That's just 2 years longer than we've been married. And yeah, I just love it out here in nature. We moved here mostly to just find more plants, because I like finding plants and Nula likes growing plants. Yeah.
He swallows real deep, whatever he was chewing.
Some good ASMR.
And he goes, well, we're following a trail, and it kind of came here and seems to run past. Well, do you know who left that?
Yes. Oh, that was, what did he call himself, Nula? And she looks at Nula, and Nula looks at her, and Lily's like, oh, yes, the Hunter. He called himself the Hunter.
The Hunter.
He was this like very, just like, I don't know, earthy man. Yeah, I would say earthy. And he came through here. He had one of those gray drab outfit things that Erica here was wearing, that I promise I will get that cleaned up just as soon as I make sure everyone has had snacks. And yeah, he said he was leaving a trail in case other people like him came through. Oh, you must be the people that he was talking about. The people like him. Oh, and you followed his trail. Oh, he'll be so happy. I hope you find him.
Well, I tried to climb a tree and I got really high.
Okay.
But I couldn't see exactly where the trail went. Do you know where he was going?
What kind of tree? I love trees. Which tree did you climb?
It was blue.
And her face just falls. And she's like, did you touch it? The blue pine, was it very tall and very shiny?
Yeah, it was next to the berries.
Oh no. Code red, everybody, code red. And she starts like,
why? What?
She just like runs off into another room, and you hear a bunch of clattering and smashing. And she comes back and she's holding like 3 glass vials, and she's like, no, not this one. No, not this one. Yes, this one. Here. Could you just here? And she like pulls a teaspoon out of her apron, and she like pours a little bit in, and she's like, open up.
What is that? What?
Just a little something. Did any of you touch it? And she like looks at each of you like in the eye.
No.
Did you touch the blue pine?
Erica's like, no, definitely did not.
No,
did not.
No,
Big
I
boy?
was a mouse.
No?
No. Okay, great. Here, open up, sweetheart. Cody, do you open your mouth at all?
What?
Okay, yeah. As soon as you say and your mouth opens, she puts the spoonful of liquid in there. Oh, it's bitter and it burns for a second, and then you swallow it. And she's like, okay, all right, let me see your hands. And she like takes your hands, and you notice that your hands had, I don't know, kind of like a shiny blue tint to them.
What?
And as she holds them, and she's like, okay, I think we got it in time. And as you watch, they turn back into your normal sweaty kid palm color. She's like, oh, Day, that was fun for everybody.
What was that?
I don't mean to be rude, but what the heck?
Oh, then she kind of like holds your two hands in hers and she looks you in the eye and she says, blue pines are very toxic, okay? Don't touch them. They're poisonous, okay?
Oh, okay.
I know they're very shiny, but don't touch them.
What about silver feathers?
Oh, did you get one?
Yes. No. Would it be bad if yes?
We have a feather now.
No, I'm not mad. Those are actually quite rare and very hard to come by. Those are griffin feathers. Do you have griffins where you're from?
No.
Nope.
We just have the regular birds and cats that are not combined.
Cats. I've never heard of a cat.
They're very cute.
Oh God, why does this world not have cats? That sucks.
Yes. So they're like half bird on the front, is the best way I could describe it. Beautiful silver feathers.
And then cat on the back?
No, they're goblin on the back.
They're what?
They're goblin. They're like some sort of like very regal, I don't know, silver bird. I'm not good with the birds, okay? I'm good at like all of the plants and most of the animals, but the birds, they're so high and they go so fast. Anyway, yeah, it's like bird on the front and then goblin on the back, like a big goblin, not like a little one. We have a little goblin.
Can I see your little goblin?
I don't know where he went. Teacup, psst, 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 psst. Teacup, come here. And you hear a meow from upstairs, and Lily kind of like trots up this very narrow little staircase, like, and then she comes back and she has a big fluffy cat in her arms. She's like, this is Teacup. He's our goblin. He's a little sweetie and a little rascal too, aren't you? And she like kind of like moves her fingers in his face and he like playfully bites at them.
Oh, that's what we call a cat.
Oh, isn't that darling? Oh, yeah, he's our little goblin. And
I love goblins.
Does he eat rats?
I don't know what that is. Is that a bird?
Oh, I can show you what a rat is. Well, right.
I could also show you what a rat is. One of them might be easier than the other one.
You just wild shape into a rat again.
Depends on how quickly San says her part.
She drops Teacup in your arms, Jasmin, and as the cat like rolls over, you can see that he has like clover on his back.
Like an actual clover?
Like a bunch of just like vibrant green clover.
Oh.
Mixed in with his fur.
Huh.
Yeah, Teacup's, I think he's eaten a bug a couple times, but no, he just, lays out in the sun like most goblins.
Okay.
I love him so much.
Sand like sticks a hand over Hat just in case.
Oh, who is this little guy?
Oh, that's Hat. She
kind of
her?
goes like, pss, 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 and like holds out her hands for Hat.
Oh, okay. Be careful. And I like scoop Hat off my shoulder and sort of put her in her hands.
Oh, what a sweet little thing, aren't you? Would you like a cookie? And she like takes one of the chips from the table and like offers it to Hat, who nibbles on it. She's like, oh, what a little sweetheart. And her name is Hat.
Yeah, it's a nickname.
That's lovely. Oh, isn't she darling? And she kind of like puts her back in your hands.
Lily, you said your name was?
Yes.
And Jasmin looks with just complete adoration at the goblin and then looks back up at Lily. Can we maybe stay here for the night if I can?
Oh, Oh,
Well,
yes, of course. Of course.
because I can apparently turn into animals, and I would love nothing more in my life than to be able to turn into a goblin.
Windred bursts into the room and says, "You can what?" And Lily is also in shock, and Nula, for the first time, is like, "Sorry, you can what?"
She's an animorph.
Oh, no. And Lily has her hands over her mouth and is like, "Oh, sweetheart. Oh, no wonder they kicked you out and left you in the woods.
Huh?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no." And Windred, like, stomps over to you and looks you in the eye, and she's like, "Do you have your shit under control?
What? I'm sorry?
Because I can't have you in my house if you're just going to turn into some bugbear and chew through the walls and all of my...
I don't know what a bugbear is.
And they, like, look at the rest of you and are suddenly very on edge.
Hey, you calm down. Like, it's fine. I don't even think she can do it again today.
I mean,
You better not.
It's not even like it's like we've got like buttons that we push to do these things, and like clicks her wrist together and like shows off the screen.
Windred just kind of, like, rubs her temples and then, like, glares at Jasmin.
I'm
and, like,
sorry.
backs off into, like, backs out of the room into the kitchen and, like, closes the door and is like,
Don't kill anybody.
She's not gonna kill anybody. Why are you like
Jasmine's the nicest person in our group. She wouldn't hurt anybody.
Lily looks at Nula, and Nula sighs and puts down her tea and comes over and sits on the coffee table in front of you, Jasmin. And she says, "You probably don't know very much about all of your powers. I don't know what this device is that they've got around your wrists, and if that's helping your magic or stopping it."
It prevents us from becoming juice.
Oh, may I? She, like, reaches towards your wristband.
Okay.
Yeah, she, like, very gently just, like, turns your wrist over and looks at it and turns it the other way. And then she puts one hand on your wristband, and her eyes glow pink for a second. And then she lets go and blinks and looks at you, and she says, "I think this will keep it under control. So, a long time ago, things were different than they are now. I don't know very much. You might be able to find a historian who can give you the full, accurate lowdown. Most of what people know is passed on through stories and legends. But a long time ago, when magic first hit us, it changed people. And some of those people, when they changed, they didn't make it. Most of them, even. And some people changed only a little bit and ended up with magic and with these powers. And some people didn't change at all. And for the most part, the only places you'll find people who are completely unchanged and dull. That's what we call people without magic. They live in these little sapien enclaves, and they're very protective about those places. I'm guessing that's where you came from, and they did something to you that you can't remember, which is horrible. But people that can change into animals are very feared out here, okay?" And she's, like, very earnestly looking you in the eyes and, like, is waiting for you to acknowledge what she said.
Okay.
I know that this is all very confusing and very overwhelming, but if you let someone see you turn into a creature, they might kill you. They'll probably lock you away. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay.
So I can't turn into a goblin?
And she smiles and she looks down at Teacup, who is purring contentedly in your arms, and she says, I know it's alluring to want to, but you need to be very, very careful. There are other people like you out there somewhere. I met one once. But you can find them and they can tell you a lot more than we can. And then she stands up and she kind of smooths down her tunic and looks at all of you and says, now that was quite a lot for one day. Why don't we eat some stew and we can show you the garden and kind of have a nice afternoon while this all settles in.
I am just going to eat outside if that's okay. And
yeah. I'll come with you. And she goes over to the stew, which is simmering at this point and smells delicious, and scoops out 2 bowls and then kind of nods to you, Jasmin, like, come on, let's go outside.
As Jasmin goes to leave, Cody kind of just grabs a hand or shirt sleeve or whatever he can grab. Jasmin?
Yes, Cody?
I'm not scared of you.
That's really nice. I mean, maybe you should be. And then I go outside.
Never. You can find us on Twitter at Dice Disasters. And we have more information about the show and the cast at dicedisasters.com.
Our beautiful website was made by Allison Otting, who plays Erica.
Dice Disasters is edited by Alan Brazzell, who plays Cody.
Our cover art is made by our DM, Oliver Northwood.
Our theme song is by People Need Goals, who you can find on Bandcamp or on Twitter at People Need Goals. Their music is incredible, and we are so thankful that they made this song.
The next episode of Dice Disasters will be up in 2 weeks. If you enjoy the show, it would be amazing if you could subscribe and leave a review. See you soon.